Hey, I'm Charlie. Thanks for joining me today. We're looking at my 1989 KX250. This bike I purchased from another bike builder. He was doing 2 or 3 other project builds and knew I loved KXs and offered this to me. When I bought it, the frame was done and the motor was fully rebuilt. And he actually had the wheels built. For this build, I do love gold rims, but I probably would have liked to have the original looking rims. But since they were gold, I sort of went with the Jeff Ward replica look. So the graphics kit did the seat and foam. The seat cover and foam was from Anthony Moore. He's out of Florida. You can find him on Facebook. He does a ton of plastic graphic seats. Great guy. Probably half my vintage bikes have his plastic. So a great person to order through. For the bike, I try to do as many OEM NOS parts as possible. So Kawasaki Parts Warehouse, I use that a lot. I think honestly, Honda Parts Warehouse, all those companies are one company, but does all the different brands. So I always go on that site first to try and find OEM NOS products. With that being said, they actually did have the stock OEM grips. I think I replaced one of the levers. I replaced this for the front brake. We replaced this little piece that replaces it. We did rebuild all of the front and rear brakes. So you can buy the rebuild kit for the front caliper and rear caliper. We put new brake lines in. We put rotors in, obviously pro circuit pipe. And believe it or not, through Kawasaki Parts Warehouse, we were able to get a new kickstarter. So this is an OEM. All of these parts I ordered are all OEM, which is great. And then we even ordered a brand new brake pedal. These are original. I always look at the foot pegs. They really tell you a good story on how beat on the bike was. And these are original. They're all straight. I literally just cleaned them up, sanded them down, and repainted them. They're in excellent condition. That really always tells you a good idea of how the bike was taken care of. This piece here, also OEM, which is great. The caliper protector, the mudguard is OEM. It's funny, if you look at the older KX bikes, these are really flimsy and pliable, and they're white. So like for this 89, for example, this is OEM here that I ordered for this bike, for example. I believe this is a 2003. You can see this 84, that's NOS, but that's original on that bike. But let's see. What else did we do with the bike? That's really it. I mean, everything else is in really good shape. Refinished the tank. Tanks are a big thing that makes or breaks the bike. So we spent a lot of time refurbishing the tanks. Plastic was in really good shape. I did put aftermarket radiator shrouds on the bike. And that's really about it. I hope you guys like the bike. I love doing theme bikes. I do love having all original bikes, but at the same time, when they're not all original, I sort of like adding pipes, silencers, sticker kits that bring back that air. I know they're not as worth as much as a OEM all stock bike, but that's just my air for 80s and everything. I love that style and look. And even over the stock seat, if you could get a gripper seat, if you guys are racing, vintage class, gripper seat makes a huge difference over all the other stock seats because you can't grip them. So since we were able to get this from Anthony, I think it really makes the bike, gives it another little factory look piece. But that's it. Anything I missed, Massimo?
I don't think so. I think you're pretty much good on it.
Yeah, so hope you guys like the build. Another really cool bike, and 89s are super cool to me. 86s, 89s, and obviously 82, 83, 84s. That fender style is really in demand, good collector pieces. So you really can't go wrong. These prices are going up still and in demand for these bikes. For our vintage races, it's just rare to see KXs out there. So if you guys want to be unique, Suzuki's, KXs, everybody's on CRs, that would be really cool for you to get into racing with these bikes. So subscribe, we have many more bikes to show, and stay tuned.